Hello, boys and girls, and welcome to the MerriCast. Today we have a bevy of subjects to cover, so let's dive right into it. To kick things off here, let's talk a little bit about the Very Merri YouTube channel and my live stream. I started the Very Merri channel back in September of 2014, I believe, and I started live streaming, I think, October 2015. And things have been going really well. I've really been enjoying my time. As a little backstory, as a teenager, I really wanted to get into the film industry. I wanted to go to film school. I wanted to get into cinematography or really anything that pertained to the film industry. But that dream kind of fell short. And eventually, through a completely random decision, I decided to start a YouTube channel. And today, here we are. Still relatively small, but moderately successful. And it's all thanks to you guys. And I'll cut the bullshit and get right to it. Starting today, Monday, it's actually Saturday, but we're going to pretend it's Monday because that's when I'm releasing this video. Starting today, Monday, January 19th, I am planning on going full-time. I want to treat this full-time because I am at that point where I need to either put up or shut up. And quite frankly, I plan to put up a ton of YouTube content and live streams. But yeah, things are just going really well. The channel is growing really quickly now. Things are really starting to pick up. And I want to, this is what I want to do. I realized my dreams of going to film school and all that, they've sort of fallen away because I realized this right here is what I want to do. I want to make funny videos on YouTube. I want to do these live streams and put on a fantastic show for you guys. Because as I've been doing this, I've learned so much about myself and, quite simply put, the direction I want to take my life. Like, I'll be sitting here, working on a video and telling myself, nobody's going to like this. They're going to hate it. They're going to think it's stupid. And then I put it out and I read some of your comments and it just makes my day. Like, some of you guys will be like, man, I had a really shitty day at work and I watched your video and I laughed and it just made everything better. And I read those comments and it means so much to me. It's hard to really put into words how important comments like that are to me, because it lets me know that I'm actually making a difference and I'm not just, some stupid idiot who puts out kind of funny videos. I'm somebody who's actually making an impact in another person's life. And it's an incredible feeling, really. And it's ultimately what motivates me to continue doing what I do. So thank you from the bottom of my heart, all of you guys who watch my videos and support me and enjoy my content. You guys give me the inspiration to do what I do. And I would also like to take the time to thank some of the community members here in Final Fantasy XIV, because there are so many people out there who are so much more successful than I am and so much bigger than I am, and they still take the time to drop a comment here and there or compliment me, and it means so much to me. I'm sure you guys know who you are if you're even listening to this video, but thank you so much for your kind words. They mean more to me than you can possibly imagine. It's incredibly motivating when somebody you look up to is like, hey, you're really funny, or I fucking love these videos, because, they are what I strive to be. And the fact that, they took the time to tell me they like my stuff, it gives me hope that maybe one day I too can do what they do, So thank you guys, and thank the rest of you for your support. That being said, with this declaration of me going full-time, I would also like to reach out to you guys. I've done this once before, but I'd like to do it once more as we start to get really serious here with our content. I have a Patreon. I have recently revamped it, and it's going to continually basically grow in the amount of rewards being offered. But for the time being, I have revamped it to something that I can reliably offer to you guys. So I can give you some sort of incentive to, support the channel, basically. So if you go on over and check it out, you'll see now that, for example, if you pledge a single dollar, $1 a month, you will gain access to a video series that only patrons will see and only patrons will be able to comment on. And it's essentially going to be what the Fan Friday videos were, where we'll be able to have kind of like this personal one-on-one where we can discuss anything, things about the channel, things about videos I'm working on, projects, things about the games we play, anything really. It's going to be a series for us, people who really want to get involved with the channel. It'll be a chance for us to have this sort of personal interaction, And as we go up in reward tiers, that like personal connection to me is only going to grow. So for example, like in a higher reward tier, you'll get access to a Skype group. So you will be able to Skype me essentially whenever you want, because I'll, keep it open on the side. And so you'll be able to pop me a Skype message or talk to other people in the Skype group. And it'll just kind of be this personal little chat room for us to hang out and talk. And as you get even higher up, I'm going to be holding sort of like this monthly Google Hangout where you'll be able to chat with me live, on webcam, voice chat, whatever. And we'll be able to just kind of get to know each other, We'll be able to talk about anything, and I'll give you guys the fresh deets on new projects I'm working on and exclusive insight into the happenings behind the scenes and all that cool stuff. So I really want to, take a step forward here. And since I'm going full time, I'm going to be allocating that much more time to the channel and to you guys. All of that being said, I have like 6,300 subscribers. If even just 500 of that 6,300 pledged a single dollar once a month, one single dollar, it would enable me to essentially go full time. If more than that was amassed, it would just, it'd kick things into overdrive basically, and things would very quickly fall into a very steady pace. But yeah, if 500 people pledged a single dollar, I would be able to make this my full-time job. I would probably add a couple more days to my streaming schedule. That's kind of the plan already. I plan on bumping it up to 5 days a week. If I wound up getting, a pretty substantial boost on the Patreon, we might bump it up to 6 days even. And the streams would be in the evening, whereas my YouTube work would be during the day. But my point is, I fully intend on treating this, like the job I want it to be. Like the career I want it to be. So I'm really looking forward to going on this adventure with you guys. It's been an incredible, year and a few months already. And I can't wait to see where 2016 goes. I can't wait to provide you guys with more and more fantastic content. So again, thank you so much for all of your support so far. I love each and every one of you. You guys are making my dreams come true each and every day. And I cannot wait to show you guys the fruits of all of your support in the days and years to come. All of that aside, let's talk a little bit about Final Fantasy XIV. Now, last week, I took a hot steaming dump on Final Fantasy XIV's chest. Sorry about that, Final Fantasy XIV. But this week, let's treat it a little nicer. Let's talk about some things we're enjoying and some things we're looking forward to. I'm really looking forward to the PvP they're adding in patch 3.2, the new arena. Some of you may know I am an avid PvPer. I PvP a lot in Guild Wars 2. Back when I played World of Warcraft, I used to do a ton of battlegrounds and arenas. And in Final Fantasy XIV, I am rank 50 with the Immortal Flames. So I'm really interested to see what this new structured arena system in patch 3.2 is going to be like. I guess there's going to be a season, there's going to be seasonal rewards and cool stuff like that. And that definitely incentivizes me to check it out. So my only hope is that with patch 3.2, we get a whole bevy of job adjustments, because things are really unbalanced right now. Let me tell you how much I love playing Warrior in Frontlines right now, because I can literally two-shot people. I'm a tank. I'm a Warrior and I'm a tank, but I can run up and I can double fell cleave crit somebody and literally two-shot them. And that is kind of unbalanced. You're a tank. You're supposed to be sort of like this beefy wall that distracts enemies and keeps them off your healers, and takes a lot of damage in, but doesn't really dish much out. But instead, I'm this beefy wall that protects people and keeps people off my healers by two-shotting them. That's kind of fucked up. And I'm sorry, Warriors, but we kind of need to be nerfed. Like, we're a little too strong in PvP. Also in PvE, but I won't open that can of worms in this episode of the podcast. We'll talk about that in another episode. But some jobs really need to be toned down a little bit in PvP to make them a little more balance friendly. I'm looking at you, summoners. But yeah, I have faith that they will at least make some adjustments and maybe hopefully make some other jobs a little more viable in PvP, like Dark Knight. Fingers crossed. Dark Knight fucking sucks in PvP right now. But I'm definitely looking forward to at least checking things out. And at the very least, this new PvP arena will hopefully, reinvigorate the PvP community for a little bit. So we'll be able to enjoy some PvP for a time. Hopefully it's a little more lasting this round, and it doesn't kind of taper off like it usually does, but only time will tell. Moving right along here, let's talk a little bit about Phantasy Star Online 2, because I have a fucking rant to go on, guys. So we're going to talk a little bit about the Phantasy Star Online 2 anime. I know some of you guys probably rolling your eyes right now. God, what a fucking weeb. Listen, I like watching anime every now and again, alright? So I started watching the Phantasy Star Online 2 anime because I like Phantasy Star Online 2 and I enjoy watching anime, so why not, put the two together? That's fucking great. Wrong. Boy, oh boy, is this show a shit show in more ways than one. It's pretty bad, let's be completely honest. But more importantly, what really grinds my gears about this fucking show is the fact that Sega licensed this show for release in the West. Let me repeat that. Sega licensed the anime for release in the West. However, they have not licensed the game for release in the West. Now, to further expand on this, wait, did I say Square Enix? I'm pretty sure I said Square Enix. If I did, I meant Sega. Oops. Anyway, Sega has made an English version of the game. English, i.e. the West. They have made an English version of the game, but you can only play it if you live in Southeast Asia. What the fuck, Sega? So you make an English version of the game, you don't let the West play it, and instead you license a fucking shitty anime for us to watch as you dangle the fact that we can't fucking legally play your game in front of our faces. That doesn't stop us from playing the game, but it's really fucking hard to play the game when it's in Japanese and the player-made English patches, while very, very good, are not flawless. So it's kind of crappy. Sega, just give us fucking PSO2. We really want it. Yours truly, the Western community. But yeah, I mean, it's super frustrating. It's like, don't give us a fucking stupid anime. Give us the goddamn game, because it's a really cool game and I want to play it in my native language. Thank you very much. Mad props to all of the people out there involved in the English patches. You guys are the best. But yeah, let's talk a little bit about the show itself. So this is a show that's basically just a bunch of high school kids playing PSO2 on their PCs and their PSPs. It's fucking stupid. However, I think the plot might take a turn for the interesting very soon. It's not going to change the fact that it's already kind of just a really bad show, but we have recently found out that the next chapter in PSO2, the game, is going to take the arcs to Earth in the year 2028. And the show takes place in the near future. So I'm pretty sure they're just going to tie the two together. And while it's a bunch of kids playing, PSO2 on their PCs and PSPs, suddenly it's going to be fucking real life. And crazy shit's going to happen. But I don't know if that's going to salvage this show, because it's already kind of off to a bad start in my books. Like, if you've seen the first episode, you're probably already kind of like, this is kind of weird. And if you've seen the second episode, which is the most recent one to come out, and you saw that scene with the one thing outside of the one thing, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about, and it looks like it was literally fucking just like ripped out of the game and like rendered out 50 times, so it's artifacted to all hell and it looks fucking atrocious. Yeah, what was that? I really want to know what they were thinking when they put that in the show. It looked really bad. I also just kind of like laugh as I'm watching it, because the entire show is just basically one giant advertisement for fucking Sega. And it's kind of a shitty one at that, so it's like, what the fuck are you guys spending money on? You spent money on this shitty anime instead of giving us PSO2 in the West? What the fuck are you doing? Anyways, that's my PSO2 rant. Hopefully one day in the near future, we'll get that game over here in the West. That would be fantastic. But I think that will about wrap up this episode of the MerriCast. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you again to all my viewers. I love each and every one of you. And I'm really looking forward to taking this channel to new heights in this new year. Next week on the MerriCast, I hope to have a special guest with us. So look forward to that. And look forward to all of the new content that is to come, as well as the increased amount of live streams. So you guys have a fantastic day, have a fantastic evening, and I will see you guys next time.